Game mo ng final series between Ginebra and TNT. Expect a chess match between these two teams. Kasi say what you want kay Chot Reyes, pero he and his coaching staff, magaling sila mag-prepare ng game plan. And for Ginebra naman, we all know how meticulous their execution game is. So, kahit na sila ulit yung magkalaban sa finals, will definitely be a good series. So, to start the game, for Barangay Ginebra, since matangkad kasi sila, okay, afford nila mag-send ng double team kay RHJ of the TNT's worst shooter. Makikita natin dito, Scotty Thompson nakaabang kay RHJ dito. Originally, ang tao niya si Brian Heruela, pero willing sila mag-play off Heruela para i-double team si RHJ. Dito, Ginebra forced the turnover, then diretso sila ngayon sa fast break. Kasi usually kapag nakaka-force ka ng turnover or ng bad shot, madaling makapag-convert into fast break points. Yes, it is a good thing for Ginebra to get easy points, pero larong TNT kasi yung ganito. Pag fast-paced, larong TNT yon. Pero nakita natin si Scotty Thompson na aggressive sa play na yon. Makikita ulit natin dito, Scotty Thompson aggressive, looking to score. So, spread pick and roll, aggressive si Scotty, downhill. Now, ibig sabihin nun, makakapag-draw siya ng defenders. Yung role ni Japet Aguilar will draw RHJ in. So, merong silang Troy Rosario sa corner, wide open. And again, Scotty Thompson kapag aggressive, lumalabas yung playmaking niya kasi doon na nagre-react yung defense, shift yung defense, and mas nagiging effective siya as a playmaker. Kasi yun yung natural na game niya. Pero nagbe-benefit siya doon through his scoring. Dito naman for Barangay Ginebra, isa to sa mga rare instances na maganda yung execution nila offensively sa half na to. Sa play na to, pinch post kay Brownlee, magka-cut through si Stephen Holt, may hand off from Brownlee. So kung makikita natin dito sa weak side, merong magda-down screen Troy Rosario kay Scotty Thompson, may Japet Aguilar sa dunker spot. So yung help defense na si RHJ, na-occupy siya. Ang tawag dito, in-occupy mo yung help or yung tag by having an action here para makuha mo yung attention for a split second, and enough na yon para makadrive si Holt dito and walang RHJ na dumating para sa help. Si Poy Eram pa. And I think for TNT, aware sila na ang laking butas ng nawala in terms of playmaking nung nawala si Jason Castro. So, alam mo yun, hinahayaan na lang nila yung mga shooters nila na tumira ng 3-pointers kahit na hindi sobrang wide open. Diba? Kung makikita natin, these shots are contested in a way. Diba? Kumbaga, hindi ito yung mga tipo ng good shot na sasabihin mo na pag game mo ng finals, you have to have the perfect shot selection. Pero ito talagang they're just letting it fly. 22 attempts. So, kung magpapatuloy yung pace na yun, 44 attempts sila sa 3-pointers. Which makes sense. Logical solution sa problema nila of not having Jason Castro. Kasi kapag, mabagal yung laro, diba? Doon na i-emphasize yung kawalan ng playmaking nila ni Jason Castro. So, for Ginebra, importante for them to really execute well offensively. Kasi kapag nakakashoot sila, nakakapag-execute sila, humihinto yung laro, bumabagal. Nagkakaroon ng dead ball and hindi nakakatakbo yung TNT. Kapag pagdating sa half court, diba, may advantage yung Ginebra to, really clamp down defensively kasi walang Jason Castro. And again, another turnover for Ginebra. Great defense from TNT which converted into another easy fast break point. TNT, nakalimang steals sila ng first half na nag-convert into 11 fast break points. So yun yung kwento ng first half. TNT defense na nagiging easy offense, and for Barangay Ginebra, not really executing sa standard ng kung ano usually yung ginagawa nila. No second half naman, alam ko na game 1 pa lang to, pero halos kasi parang walang nagbago mula sa last series. Yes, mayroong mga changes, pero parang same pa rin yung, hindi script parang same pa rin kung paano nangyayari yung mga bagay-bagay. Kumbaga, it's again, TNT being great defensively, being a great defensive team, and Barangay Ginebra relying too much on open shots and executing their offense para makakuha ng great look. Pero ang dating kasi, pagdating na ng finals, hindi naman guaranteed na makaka-generate ka ng wide open shot. A lot of shots are going to be contested and tough. And Barangay Ginebra really struggled for the past 3 years, diba? Outside Justin Brownlee, to make those tough shots. And for TNT, diba, kung makikita natin dito, again, it's a fadeaway, long 2. Allergic yung mga analytic nerds sa mga ganyang klaseng tira. It's deemed as inefficient. Pero TNT, having a lot of players like even Calvin Aftana, Reyna Bata occasionally, RR Pogoy, diba, being able to make these shots. Plus, diba, forcing Ginebra to take those shots as well. And then TNT being able to hit those shots na mas mataas sa percentage, mas maraming beses, kumbaga. Parang yun yung nagiging kwento lagi. Now, So, masusunod naman na clip. This is big for Ginebra. Feeling ko ito yung magiging advantage, isa sa mga advantages nila na ang ironic kasi if they play fast, parang pace na ng TNT yon. And parang nahuhulog sila sa trap ng TNT na maglaro ng, alam mo yun, hindi comfortable sa usually ginagawa nila. Pero sa play na to, makikita natin, yes, they played fast kasi may advantage sila. Pero they were patient enough. 'Di ba? Hindi sila nagmadali. Kumbaga, mabilis sila pero hindi sila nagmamadali. Inantay nila yung defense to really give them their options first. Tsaka sila umatake. And for TNT naman, simple lang. 'Di ba? Alam nila na si RHJ pinaka-biggest threat sa kanila offensively. So, alam nila yon. Ginawa nila screener si RHJ dito with Ray ng Batak on the ball. So, Ginebra, hindi ka magdadala ng 2 defenders kay Ray ng Batak. Ang ano mo rito, emphasis mo rito is RHJ sa short roll niya. So, guaranteed yan, meron kang help na manggagaling dito sa corner. So, kung TNT ka, di ba, meron kang dalawang shooters, both corners, kahit anong side pa ng screen yan, kahit dito, ang roll, or sabihin natin dito ang screen, dito ang roll, parehas na corner, meron shooter, and guaranteed, mag-help yung tao dito. So, very simple. Yeah, again, di ba, hindi tayo sure kung sustainable, pero 2 beses nang ginawa ng TNT to sa Ginebra, di ba, sa final. So, to some degree, di ba, it works. And again, it's being able to tough it out. Make the difficult shots. You know? Ang dami nang nangyari sa possession na to. Offensive rebound na to. Nagkaroon na ng scramble, agawan sa loose ball. Pero, ang nangyari, diba, RHJ willing to take the tough shot, being able to make them. So, panalo TNT Game 1. Key statistics here for TNT, 28 bench points kumpara sa 18 lamang ng Ginebra. And sa buong Ginebra team, 2 players lang ang plus sa plus-minus nila. Scottie Thompson plus 5, Jeremiah Gray plus 2. For TNT again, balik tayo sa TNT, they forced 12 Ginebra turnovers and nakascore sila ng 16 points off those. And TNT, in contrast, only committed 7 turnovers. So medyo mistake-free game from TNT. And again, yung 3-pointers nila, 14 out of 37. Medyo nag-cool off na sila after ng first quarter. Sana nakashoot sila ng 8 out of 22 attempts. Pero for the whole game, parang ano siya, no contest siya. Yes, nakakahabol yung Ginebra occasionally, pero parang buong laro control talaga ng TNT.